3 minutes now. So this is totally unplanned, unrehearsed. But I've seen Michael wasn't doing his practice. He was just having fun and ecstatic dance. But the yoga was really obvious, and I know he's a killer at this. So we're lucky to have Michael leading us. I'm honored that he would do this. I'm from St. Louis. My name's Ben, and we play for yoga frequently, like many times. It's 3-4 times a week we'll do it. So we wanted to bring this to the Rhythm Fest and share it with people here. And thankfully, Michael said, yeah, he did it for us. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to him, and we're going to, with what we do, we always try and follow the yoga instructor and turn our music into our yoga and do what you guys are doing. So it's yours, buddy.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
I think Ben was exaggerating. I think it was more like 2 minutes. But now it's getting through.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is quite an opportunity for me. I was really excited to say yes and really try this out. I'd like to do something a little different today than what you might expect for a typical yoga class if there's really such a thing. And that is to really take advantage of the fact that we have two really wonderful musicians back here that are not performing for us, but participating in our yoga with sound. And I'd like to really get into that. And the way I'd like to do that is to maybe just start by taking away the notion that you're not necessarily going to be doing sun salutations or anything that you even recognize as a pose or a named thing, but more about breathing deeply, being present, being really aware of how things feel and how they move and when they shift. It doesn't have to be a profound thing. You can just be like, that feels really good. You know? In fact, if we stay with that, profound things will happen. So, the last thing I want to add is just the way that I practice is low and slow. I'll encourage you to breathe deeply. Just as a reminder, in order to breathe in deeply, it's important to breathe out completely. So just, I'll give a few cues on breath, but mostly be really aware of how that breath is moving. It's probably the most important thing that we'll do in our practice today, even if you don't know much. With that said, I think I'd like to just start. Can I do that? So, let's start with a little circular motion. And I'm going to regularly close my eyes. I actually really like practicing with my eyes closed. And we'll encourage you to, as often as you like to close or keep your eyes closed, feel free to look up if you need a cue. But by closing our eyes, we draw the awareness inward. And then it's possible to feel more deeply what it is that we're doing. So as we're making a circle with the rib cage, forward and then to the side. As you come back, hollow out the chest, round your back. Change directions whenever you feel like it. If you need to change your legs out at any time, do that, but we will be regularly swapping so that we maintain a kind of symmetry in our hips. Generally, I don't speak with a really loud voice. Can you hear me about this? Because that always works for you. Shoulders in a way that feels consistent and integrated with the movement and the rest of your body. So the key in this kind of movement is to stay balanced, to really feel your breath move, and to not force anything, to really let it happen on its own. The next time we come forward a bit, we're going to lean side to side, so you can just take your hands up for support. Moving slowly, notice your outer hips, your low back, shifting side to side and gradually tipping forward. Notice the sensations you feel in your hips and your spine. At some point as you come forward, just let your hands reach and then drop your hands, drop your shoulders. And if you're sitting up a little higher than your neighbor, just know that that's where you need to be right now. And wherever you are, you just breathe from there. We have no need to strive. We're not trying to get any place at all. We're really very aware of being where we are, which is right here. Notice which leg you have on top or in front. We're going to pull ourselves over that thigh. So you walk your hands over, my right leg crosses over my left leg to my right. And just taking a few breaths to lift, twist, look up, breathe deeply. We're going to explore all of our joints, our fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, spine, knowing that all of those joints move in different ways. So we're just going to keep exploring movement with deep, deep breathing. And seeing what opens, seeing what moves, seeing what maybe doesn't feel great to do, maybe seeing what feels really wonderful to do. One more breath, arm over head. Let that hand come down, both hands to the floor on the same side. Press the hands down, lift the heart up, and then open your chest and start to look back. Breathing as deeply as you can, lift your chest on the inhale, and as you exhale, press a little deeper into the twist, up and back. Take your back hand and walk it back about a foot. Bend into your elbow, round your spine, curl into your low back, deep into your shoulder. On the inhale, open it up, lift your heart up, take your gaze upward. On the exhale, pull your belly in, round your spine, curl. Inhale, maybe sweep your arm out this time. And exhale, round and drift deep. One more time, again, wherever you like, maybe lifting your hips. On your inhale, come back up to sitting. Then we're going to undo our legs. And just as you press the back of your legs to the floor and you start to get a sense of your legs in a different position, just another reminder that this is, well, I would call it an all levels class, but what I'd like to call it is an all beings class. If you're here being, then you belong here. So you be the way you need to be. So in the things that we do, if you're really practice yogi and you want to go deeper or even do something else, go where your heart takes you. And if you are newer to the practice and feeling this is so intense or I feel strained, feel free to back off and sit and wait and watch. It's all yoga. Okay? Let's sit up tall. I'll teach you a little trick. If you push through the ball of your big toe, like you're going to point your foot, but curl your toes back, and spread your toes. That reaching energy out of the foot corresponds to this lifting energy of the heart. If you don't believe me, sit up like this and then relax your feet. Everybody goes like this. Okay? So reach through the feet, lift your heart, and inhale, we'll take our arms up. Exhaling, reach your sit bones back. And then round your back, drop your head, roll all the way to sitting. All on the exhale. Long exhale. Coming back up to sitting. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, reach sit bones back. Remember, spread your toes if you can. Round your spine, drop your head, roll your shoulders. Back up to sitting. One more time. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, reach.